everyone, Cherry here. Where have I been? A good question. A question that I asked in front of a camera not too long ago earlier this year. In this video, I'm going to be explaining where have I been, where am I now, and where I hope to be in the future. So at the beginning of the year, I was a bit like, I was totally burnt out because I had graduated college in December and I had done a whole bunch of stuff, and I was just like, I I have no motivation to do anything. And not only that, I was super sad because I was having a really hard time finding a job related to my major in my hometown because my hometown is fairly small, not super small, but definitely not big. So that was just like really, really annoying. And I didn't have a job until the very end of March. And this whole time, since around that time, I worked at a restaurant, a place that doesn't require a college degree, but I learned a handful, a lot of things at that restaurant. I learned a lot of things at that restaurant. But it wasn't easy at all at first. I never worked in a restaurant before, so it was totally new to me. And I also wasn't really trained that well. Like, I had training, but there was a lot of things that weren't explained to me, and it might have been because it was just one of those things where you just kind of have to figure it out on your own. So that's what I did. I figured out a lot of things on my own, which led me to make a lot of mistakes, get a lot of customers mad at me, that kind of stuff. And during that whole thing, I was just in like a really sour mood, like almost all the time. Of course, when I was at work, I had to put on a fake smile. But when I was at home, I was just grumpy and not happy because even though I was at home away from work, I knew that I had to eventually go back there, and that was what made me annoyed. So I couldn't relax, I couldn't really do much. And it took a long time until I finally got pretty okay with the restaurant. Not only was it just like a stressful like thing working at a thing that I never did before and like making a bunch of mistakes and like learning through the process, the restaurant that I worked at was literally falling apart. There were issues with cockroaches. There was a time when a grill like fell apart. There was a time when tile fell from the ceiling. There were chairs that were broken. The place was falling apart. And there wasn't as many employees as there probably should be in order to have like a really fast service restaurant. So a lot of people were complaining about it being slow and like all of these things. And then I was also really just mad at myself for being in this situation because working at a restaurant does not require a college degree, so I was super snobby about it, and I was like, oh my god, why am I here? I didn't go to college, I didn't go into like thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in debt for this. I hate this. Why am I so stupid? Why did I end up here? Like, I was really, really blaming myself and just being mad. Like, who else did I have to blame but myself, right? So anyways, that whole thing, like, myself being mad at myself, the restaurant literally falling apart, and then just like me making a bunch of mistakes made me super, super angry and hating that place. But I stuck through. I didn't even mention this, but what I did at the restaurant was I was a hostess and I was a person that did all the credit cards and like basically was like the guardian of the cash register. And then at the end of the night I had to figure out how much money the restaurant made every night, and then sometimes it would be short and I couldn't figure out why, so I would get in trouble for it. And then I also had to handle all the to-go orders, so I had to answer the phone. And by the way, the phone slowly deteriorated as the my time there progressed. So near the end of my time at the restaurant, the phone was just like I could barely hear people on it, which made people mad at me and which made it just hard in general. Well, they weren't really mad at me, they were mad at like the restaurant, but they were still like showcasing anger in front of me, which was not a comfortable experience. And yeah, so I had to package up the to-go orders and like give them to the customer. Sometimes it got super, super busy and I had to do like 5 things at once, but I thrive under that kind of pressure. I mean, I think it's exciting and it makes me feel alive. So anyways, that was all I did. That was all what happened at the restaurant. But then I discovered a lot of Law of the Universe videos on YouTube. So I found a lot of Law of the Universe videos on YouTube. Stuff about like, you can get anything you want if you think about things this way. Or how to attract new friends. How to attract your soulmate. Like all of these things. And like, I know the titles sound pretty ridiculous, and I'm even mocking the way they sound. Like I just did that. But they made a lot of sense to me. One thing that really struck me was if I can't look on the bright side and be positive about things, then how am I going to attract like positive stuff? Okay, that was a really horrible explanation. It doesn't make sense. Listen to someone that is a professional about this topic. But that was how it was. Like I was thinking, well, okay, you know what? It's true. If I just look on the bright side of this situation, and if I just stop being miserable, then maybe I can find happiness in working here because I have to work here. I need money until I can buy my own car so I can get a better job that like is like a 9 to 5 or something, because without a car, I borrow my mom's car when she gets off of work, which is at like 4 o'clock. So like I can't. Anyways, I need a car. Okay, so yeah. I have to be here until I have enough money for a car, so I might as well enjoy it. This is a new experience, all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll try doing that. So then I did. I thought about it and I was like, well, you know what? This restaurant is ran by someone that's not super strict, so I can have my phone out and go on Twitter whenever I want when it's not busy. Like, no one gets mad at me. If I do it in front of like a customer and like the manager passes by, then I get in trouble and it's just plain rude. But I mean, there's that. I had plenty of time to read sometimes because it was either at the restaurant, it was either really, really fast paced or really, really slow. So I had a lot of free time. And then I realized that I was working with a bunch of people that were really nice to me. I had interned at a place during my final semester of college where people did not care about me. Like, one person knew my name. Okay, maybe two people knew my name. The lady that was, who was a little bit of, like, the person that watched over me. And then there was the person that I was with, like, the whole time. And, like, even then I was like, oh my god, like, no one gives a crap about me here. I hate this place. Like, why am I even here? I'm just here to, like, have something good to put on paper. Other than that, I've only learned like maybe like a couple very valuable things, but that's it. I mean, it's better than nothing, but still, people didn't care about me. But at this restaurant, people really cared about me. Like, they always knew my name, they always said hi to me, asked how I am, joked around with me, genuinely nice, asked me if I was okay, all this type of stuff. Like, it was really nice. I worked with some pretty good people. Some people were a little questionable. One person was straight up racist, and another person was racist. Yeah. Not cool, but everyone else was like pretty nice. And I also realized at this restaurant I meet a lot of people, and that's kind of cool. Like, I've reconnected with someone that I hadn't spoken to in a long time, and she's so cool. And I awkwardly saw some people from years ago that I really wish I didn't have to see again, but either way I survived. And then sometimes I would see people that were just new, and they struck up conversation with me, and it was pretty good conversation. Like, I was meeting tons and tons of people every day, and that's exciting. Putting that all together, I was like, this job is not that bad. I'm gonna start trying to like it. And once I started doing that, I was super happy about stuff. And I even like went out and bought like some like 5 new blouses and some little earrings, and tried to like spruce myself up a bit more before going in there, just to like add a little bit more I don't know, sunshine and happiness to my situation. And then I realized sometimes there's some attractive people that walk into this place, and might as well look my best, you know. And this happened around July, so it took me a long time to finally get to that point, but I was there, and I even was looking forward to going to work when I wasn't at work, so I could truly relax when I was at home. And I was getting a lot of hours, so I was totally fine with it. But as I finally started to really like and enjoy and appreciate working there and be cool with it, that was when we all got fired because the restaurant closed the F down. A week before it closed down, there were rumors going around about how Sunday was supposed to be the restaurant's last day, but our manager never gave us a clear word. So about half of us were like, well, it's probably going to close down Sunday. And then the other half of us were like, well, we don't know. Maybe on Sunday it's going to be announced that we have X amount of days left here, and so we can prepare. Well, 2 hours before the restaurant opened, we had a meeting, and it was then when we were told exactly that the restaurant will be closing after tonight. So Sunday really was the last day, and that was August 31st. I was just in complete shock because I was really hoping that the end was not near, but there was definitely something in the air that was telling us all that it was going to be done. Like Saturday night and Friday night, especially Saturday night, it felt like it was the last day of school. You know, it's the last day of school and like people aren't really taking things seriously, and like, I don't know, like it just had that feeling. And then like the next day it was like that was it. It was done. That's when I became unemployed. And I was like, what the heck is my life right now? I had confidence that I could find another job. I mean, I have a lot of customer service experience at this point. Not even at that job. Even before that, I had customer service experience. So this one improved it a lot. And it's really easy to get jobs that involve customer service because there's a lot of them. I was sad because I started to really like it there. And I was so settled on just being there for the rest of the year and then just ending around December and then moving on to bigger and better things and then visiting the restaurant on my free time because it's a nice place. I like it. But alas, that wasn't it. And so I was just like, you know what? I really just want to like revamp my life right now because I don't know, I just really felt like I needed to. So I went and I started listening to a lot of self-help and like life design podcasts and YouTube videos, and I started reading books. And then I realized that I just wanted to kind of like refresh myself and just kind of like figure out what is my life right now, because this whole year for me has just been like surprise out of like surprises jumping out of like every aspect of my life. Like, you know how people have different aspects like love, family, work, friends, like all that kind of stuff, all those things. I had surprises in like every one of those. I'm just like, what is my life right now? What is this year? Like everything is just surprising me this year. So I just wanted to kind of like I said, revamp my life. So what I did was I was like, I need to just focus and try not to really go on the internet for like a week. I did not succeed. And just dump everything out of my closet, out of all my drawers, out of all of these things in my room, and just like sort out through everything. So that's why I was gone from YouTube for like a month. Then I took this whole time, about 2 weeks straight, of just cleaning my bedroom because I have a lot of stuff. I ended up discovering some things about minimalism and just like ideas and ways of just like decluttering my life, because I hold on to a lot of stuff regardless of liking it or not. Sometimes I hold on to stuff because I've just had it for a long time and I just feel weird about getting rid of it. And then another thing is like I just, even though I don't wear it, I just keep it because it's old and I like the memories, but I don't use the thing at all. So that was something that I just kind of like discovered, that just you should only keep things that you use a lot and things that make you happy. So I decluttered a lot of stuff. And that was another thing that like ruined my productivity with editing YouTube videos and just doing anything creative, was my room was always messy. My room was always messy and I was just like, I can't focus on anything here because I need to clean my room first. And then by the time I was done cleaning my room, I just was like, I don't want to do anything else anymore. I just want to do nothing. Like, it's so stupid. It's really stupid. And it's definitely like a problem that it's not a real problem I should have, but it was. And I realized that the reason why my room was always messy was because I had too much stuff. So I took out a lot of stuff, and I haven't donated any of it yet, but I'm going to, because I need to sort it all out. But I'm going to donate a bunch of stuff and recycle a bunch of stuff. And it feels so much better. I'm not entirely done yet, but I'm getting there. I'm better now than where I was before. So basically, when I was totally lost about my life, wasn't super lost, but this whole year have just been me being on and off about being lost about my life. Anyways, during the short period where I again got lost about my life, I was searching for just like some help and some guidance, and so I discovered the podcasts and the books, and then that's when I was like, okay, what I need to do is I need to declutter my life, and then I will have the motivation and the clear space physically and in my mind to focus on what I need to focus, which is YouTube. Where I am now is I am almost done sorting everything out. I have like a few piles here and there I gotta explore under my bed because I kept a lot of like containers under there, like wigs, fabric, all of these things. But I'm almost done, and I feel like I have enough space to start being able to focus on important stuff again. So that's where I am now. And don't worry, I've been applying for jobs too. Like, it's not like I was just only doing that. Like, I'm still doing other stuff too. Like, I need to make money. You're gonna see a bunch of videos that I have recorded since April. Even though I didn't upload anything, I've been recording a lot of stuff, and I just haven't edited it because I just didn't really have the motivation to edit. See, the good thing about this whole story, nothing really bad happened to me. I mean, you know, getting fired / losing my job is like not that great, but I mean, it's really nothing super horrible has happened to me. It's just weird life surprises that are just unexpected. I've still been able to do stuff, and I have been vlogging stuff. I just need to edit it. I was also having some issues with the software I was using to edit videos. Just kept crashing and just like kept acting weird, so I just sucked it up and dry, and I purchased Adobe Premiere Creative Cloud because I was using a gifted version of Adobe Premiere, and it just kept falling apart. So I finally got Creative Cloud. It's $20 a month, which I really don't want to pay $20 a month, but it's totally worth it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the new Adobe Premiere is like so sleek and attractive looking. It makes me want to edit videos, and exporting takes so much faster than before. I guess you really shouldn't use software that is free, but it's not legal. Okay, so that was a lot of talking. If anyone was wondering where I was, that's what happened. So I encourage you to declutter your life. If you feel that you're stuck in a rut, if you feel like you just want to revamp your life, if you feel like you just need a fresh start, or if you feel like all of those things. Quickly, some couple videos that are going to be happening, interviews with some people from like April. So I interviewed this group called Peachy Parade, which is an idol cover group in Atlanta. I interviewed 2 artists. One of them is called Kiwi Poo and one of them is called Laylu. Oh, there's also Kira Kira Pop June vlog. I interviewed Coolian, who is American-based idol coverist, and then I also vlogged, what else did I vlog? There was one more thing. Wasn't there? I don't know, but there's like a lot of interesting videos coming up. I'm also going to do an August monthly vlog, so I want to try doing like monthly vlogs, basically copying Close Encounters, because there's like little interesting things that happen throughout the month that I want to put in a video, but like each of them on their own is something that I can't make its own video, so I'm just gonna put them all together. So I'm gonna try doing that from now on. And also my friend Beth, her birthday, we went to Cece's Pizza as part of the birthday celebration, so I vlogged that. Been wanting to vlog Cece's for a long time. It's a great place, wonderful, recommend it, honestly, truly. And I feel like there's so much more, but there's all of that. And then I also have some events coming up too, so I'm like really behind. I also have some sitting and talking videos planned as well that I've been meaning to make for a long time. One of them is my story time video of being a school idol in Japan, and another one is about my current boy band obsession. Right now, I need to make a video about them. I'm going to do an August monthly favorites video too, because I want to talk more about the things that I discovered when I was trying to revamp and declutter my life, so it can help some of you all out if you are in a similar situation. Saliva. I was going to talk about my current boy band obsession in the August monthly favorites video, but I realized like I have so much to say about them. I'm just going to make my own video, like a whole solo video about them, so you all can get into them, because I just love them so much. I just love them so much. Anyways, getting off topic. And all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to update my performance and dance second channel, so that's where all my full performances and dances are gonna be, because I can't upload them here. It doesn't make sense. I've done that and it really is just weird. Like, I need to have like a separate channel for performances and stuff, because that's a thing that I like to do, and that's one of the dreams that I have. So that's all that I have planned. So get excited, because I really don't want to make this type of video again, because it means that I went through something that like prevented me from making YouTube videos, and like that's not fun. That about wraps that up. Thank you so much for watching. This was a very long talking video. I really want to drink a glass of water now because I did a lot of talking, and you'll see me in the next video if mine you decide to click on. Bye!